What's going on? Welcome back to the channel, and in today's video we're going to do a how-to on how to do a heat shield on any exhaust. So I'm doing a heat shield on my 32 Ford sedan exhaust, and just for why not, it just kind of gives it character and it gives it a cool effect. So heat shield, just in case you don't know what heat shield is, it's basically, every car has it, but sometimes it's not only on the car or the exhaust, I should say, it's probably under the exhaust onto on the unit body frame or whatever. It just basically blocks the heat because exhaust gets pretty darn hot, and it basically just keeps the cabin or the interior in the car cool, because exhaust gets pretty warm and it can easily heat up the interior if you don't want it to heat it up. So, but in this case, I'm doing it on a 32 Ford chop sedan, and the exhaust will be hanging outside the body. You don't really need a heat shield, but it gives it a cool effect because the exhaust is so visible, and also it keeps it from overheating. And so if you accidentally touch it, it won't burn you to death, right away. And it's pretty cool. So basically, what we're doing here to give that cool effect is Band-Aid. Band-Aid has such a cool texture to it. I know you might be thinking to yourself, like, Band-Aid really? But I'm not joking. Look at a Band-Aid. Pull any, like a Band-Aid brand I'm talking about. Don't get any cheap brand. Band-Aid brand has a very cool texture to it, and it looks exactly like heat shield exhaust that you find on the actual exhaust. It's pretty insane. So what I'm doing is I've got a big Band-Aid. What we're doing, we're just cutting it in strips, as you see here. And Band-Aid, it's sticky. Obviously, you want to use the sticky part. And no glue is required. You can use a dab glue at the end just to be sure, but I didn't use any glue, and you can paint it, whatever. So in this case, heat shield exhausts, they come in different colors. One of the colors is actually like the Band-Aid color, so you don't have to paint the the Band-Aid for to give it that different color look. Some exhaust heat shields actually do come in that color, which is pretty cool. So if you want it in that color, make sure you paint the exhaust tip whatever color you want it to be, like gunmetal or gray or chrome, whatever you want to do. But I'm going to paint mine, so that's why I'm assembling it before I even painted my exhaust. So very cool, and just go slow. And just try to get every nick and cleaning you want. You don't have to be perfect. You do not have to be perfect on the heat shield, because heat shield exhausts, they're not perfect. They're they're weird looking, and that's what gives them the cool effect. And I want mine to be quite different because I don't want perfect. I kind of want some streaks here and there because it just gives it that cool effect. So just take it easy, go slow, just cut it in small strips like I'm doing here, and then we'll come back when I start painting it. Alrighty, so now we got it all wrapped up and it looks pretty darn good and we're ready for paint. So I'm going to paint mine in Outclad Burnt Iron. I think it gives that cool, nice, burnt look to it and it looks pretty neat. So of course I primed mine. I used N.Y.S surface primer for mine. You can of course use any kind of primer you prefer. So before you even start painting the thing, priming and stuff, make sure you put on super light coats because you don't want to fill in all of the the details that the Band-Aid has, because the Band-Aid has such nice fine detail in it, the paint can easily fill it in. So make sure when you paint these parts, go slow and put on very thin coats. Luckily for me, for this color, for this burnt iron color from Alcred, it covers super nice, so I don't have to worry about it. But when you're painting something, just make sure you go super slow and give it nice very thin coats, because you don't want to give it any detail that the Band-Aid has. And there we have it, guys. It looks amazing, and it just gives it a cool look effect onto it. Of course, you can do this on any model you want, but on the hot rods like this, because the exhaust is so visible, it looks absolutely amazing. And yeah, it gives it a cool detail, and it gives it a nice look to it. But other than that, guys, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it helped you. But until next video, I'll catch you next time. Take it easy.